Today I'd like to share with you on the practice of the mantra. Okay, what happens is that I get many messages from our Wing Chun friends on this topic, so I'll reply to you guys once for all here. First, the reason why we need to do the mantra or Amitabha recitations practice is because we need to train the mind element or the second element of the sixth core element. Okay, if we're not training it or we do not know what it is, there's no way we can use it properly. Okay, so the first layer is the physical body. The second is the mind. So as we know, mind, in the mind element, there's four functions there: the thinking, the intention, the visualizations, and the awareness. When the thinking, visualization, and intention, you drop that, you default into the awareness. Okay? And there's a whole bunch of stuff there, like cultivate of Shen, like the Jing Qi Shen, the Shen, Yi, and whole bunch of stuff there. But we make it simple. These four things must be known: thinking, intention, visualizations, and awareness. And it is even more important to know how to drop the mind, the thinking, how to drop the thinking, the visualization, and intention, so you can get back to the awareness state and be able to have a settled and stable awareness state. Now, one cannot understand awareness via thinking. One can go read the book like The Power of Now. Well, the mind cannot understand what is behind it, which is the awareness, which is the platform of it. So one must practice in order to understand this. And also the mind have no way to control or handle this awareness. Okay? So one need to develop a stable and settled awareness. Okay? Otherwise, the mind just keeping running. Okay, and the more the mind running, the emotion come up and you're out of control. Like people, when they're angry, the more they talk about it, the more they get angry. Okay, but the guy who know, who have the developments of the reciting the mantra, they can just drop the thinking, going to the awareness via the mantra practice. Okay. Same thing is in martial art. When they need it, they just drop the thinking. Say in Wing Chun, there's a saying that if you're afraid of get hit, you will get hit. So if I keeping repeat to you, don't afraid to get hit, don't afraid to get hit. What you all think in your mind is getting hit or getting struck. So the guy who practiced the mantra, no. Okay, I just drop that thinking. How to do it? Drop it. But if you have never practiced this mantra, you never know what's going on, how to do it. Okay? And people sometimes talk about Nim Lek and so forth, or like the Xiu Nim Tao and so forth. Well, if you do not know these four and have no cultivations, you really just talk about empty words. Okay? So this is how important this is. And the mind element need to fuse with the body element to do the basic platform, which is the loose and quiet. Via loose and quiet, then it grow other stuff. Okay, so that's how important it is. Now, so some friend asked me, well, will I get into attracting demons or evil stuff? And on the other hand, some friends will say, well, why don't we do this? Like they like to playing smart and try to play around with this. Well, guess what? First thing, we need to follow one thing, which is, if you look at the Buddhists, they practice vipassana, which is mindfulness. The whole goals and the whole practice is only one word, mindfulness. It's not looking for some other thing, power or so forth, okay, or energy and so forth. In fact, the precept is, if you're looking for power or looking for spiritual attainment, or you're looking for energy or sensation, or you're greedy on certain state to achieve certain state or attain certain state, you open up yourself to get yourself in trouble. But if you practice mindfulness, you will not be in trouble because you want nothing. You just practice mindfulness. Okay? Those who look for something else, like usually today's a lot of Qigong, oh, I have this heat, oh, I have this Tantra practice of the sex and all this kind of thing, oh, I can get make my body stronger or so forth. Those kind of stuff is looking for trouble. Okay? So you see those kind of stuff, you check in the history, track records. For thousands of years, the Buddhists practice vipassana. They don't get into issue. But the guy who practices Qigong, you check how long you can trace back for that art. Okay? Some of them is just theoretical stuff, and some of them is just some made up stuff. Some of them even get one into trouble, maybe psychological problem or something else. So we know that the practice of the mind, like reciting the Buddhist mantra, vipassana type of stuff, will not get one into trouble because the core is mindfulness. Get back to the awareness. That's it. It's not you want something, you want to achieve something, because whatever you greed for or you hate for, you set up a hook to get yourself in trouble. Okay? So if we practice the mantra or chanting Amitabha according to the Buddhism practice, you will not get an issue, because there's 1,000 years of track record there. And remember, Siu Lim Tao, Wing Chun, the core Wing Chun is from Emei. Emei is a Buddhist temple. They have strict precepts or sila to follow, and they have a very strong Buddhism proper practice or proper Dharma to follow. Not going around, oh yeah, I want to practice sex, Qigong, I want to do this, and there are all this gimmick. Okay? And the 9 level of attainment of the Emei Ezhuang, or the 4 level of the attainment of the Siu Lim Tao, which we know by evidence in the Queen Creed, it's not some kind of gimmick. It's based on mindfulness. Okay? So what is Nimlek? Nimlek is mindfulness. Nimlek is not I want to intend this, I want to intend that and create a whole bunch of stress. No. It's mindfulness. One needs to have mindfulness before one can do certain other things. Okay? Now, for whom who is interested in, whatever I tell you here is written in the Buddhism Sutra, the Surangama, or in Chinese called Leng Yan Jing. In Surangama, there's a volume about the 50 skandha demon state, meaning that when people practice meditations or this mind elements of practice, one might get into 50 types of demonic state or sidetrack if one not careful with. It is really clearly right in this book. One can go to Amazon.com, check out Surangama Sutra or the 50 skandha demonic state, or one can check Venerable Xuan Hua of CD 10,000 Buddhas, okay, who make commentary on this sutra, on this 50 demon states. I really suggest you guys read that if you guys are really serious about this Wing Chun mind practice. And of course, you need to be serious anyway, because the mind, the body needs the mind, and only with the mind one can get up to the breathing, to the qi, so forth, so forth. If the mind is not proper, you'll be like a robot which is running wild and without really have any awareness of what is proper, what is improper. Okay, so this is for today. So I want to remind you, if you practice mindfulness, vipassana, you don't want anything. Even if somebody give you $1 million, you say, now I practice reciting the mantra, take away your money, I don't want it. Okay? You just ignore them. Okay? You just practice what you practice. Then that is a proper one. Okay? And do not get smart, try to change this thing and that thing. And especially some mantra, you cannot touch it if you are not vegan. Okay, and again, the Surangama have really clear records on that, clear teachings on it. And Surangama is actually followed by Zen monk, okay, in China. My teacher, my Qigong, my teacher's teacher, the Zen patriarchs or Chan patriarchs, Xu Yun, my teacher, the Zen patriarchs Xuan Hua, they all practice Surangama. Zen Buddhism is based on, the practice has to base on that. Even though usually we don't know about this, we're just doing a lot of talking Zen, okay, or emptiness, blah blah blah. But in the real serious thing, the real daily practice, the bread and butter practice, it is the Surangama Sutra. Okay, read it if you're really serious, because that will show you, what will happen. Okay, and you will be able to identify what is what state and what is proper. Okay, and go by book. It doesn't go by, oh, I know this, I know that. Okay. Okay, this is for you today.